Hello everyone, welcome back to NoodleTools and Searching. Today we are completing Notecards. Today we will review the different parts of a NoodleTools note card and annotate citations noting any controversies and bias. Notecards. This is what a NoodleTools note card looks like. There are 4 different sections. We have this top section with the main information. We have a spot to add a direct quotation, a paraphrase and summary, and then there is a My Ideas section. We will be reviewing all 4 of these parts today. In the top section, we have the note card title. This should be a clearly defined name that references the information featured in the note card. Next is the source, where you connect the source citation to the note card. And then finally, there are tags. You can keep multiple note cards organized with tags, but this is not necessary for you to complete during this assignment. Next up, we have the paraphrase or summary section. What is a summary? When you put the main ideas from your source into your own words, giving the author credit for the information. A summary is really the big picture. Summarizing involves condensing the main points or key ideas of a whole text into a shorter version while retaining the original meaning. It aims to give an overview of the entire text, highlighting the main points but not focusing on minute details. When we summarize, we first read the given article. Then we need to reflect. We think or talk about the main ideas of the article. Then we write a draft of our summary without actually looking at the article to ensure that we are creating our summary in our own words. Then we are checking our summary against the original article. Next, we have paraphrasing. While summaries look at the big picture, paraphrasing looks at the more specific ideas. Paraphrasing is when you rephrase a more specific passage from the text in your own words while giving the author credit for the specific idea. Paraphrasing involves rewording a specific passage or sentence from a text while maintaining the original meaning. It requires a more detailed understanding of the original text because it involves restating the content in a new way without changing the meaning. Here is a paraphrasing example. The original text states, "The wrestlers stretch, then do hard physical training for 3 to 4 solid hours. Their regimen includes drills, weightlifting, and going head-to-head in their own wrestling matches." My paraphrase version says, "A typical training can last up to 4 hours and involve stretching, drills, weightlifting, and practice matches." There is a little overlap of words, but I have rephrased the text so the idea remains the same. But because the idea really came straight from the article, I need to give credit to the author. This may look like stating, according to the writer Jason Morey, a typical training can last up to 4 hours and involve stretching, drills, weightlifting, and practice matches. You can also reference the article and say in his article, The Daily Life of a Sumo Wrestler, Jason Morey explains that and then include your paraphrase. So you've summarized and you've paraphrased, but what if you do want to use the writer's exact words? Then you would use a direct quotation. If I want to use a direct quotation, I can't just copy and paste that text into my own work. These aren't my words and I need to attribute the author. This would look like including in the words of Jason Morey and making sure that I have quotation marks around the text that I'm taking from the original work. The final part of the NoodleTools note card is the My Ideas section. This is often where you're making connections to prior knowledge and assessing what information you want to include in your own writing. Mr. Moore has given you a list of questions that you should be answering in your My Ideas section. Please reference Mr. Moore's rubric for your assignment so you know how many questions you need to answer in your My Ideas section. We've completed all the parts of our note card, and the last bit that we're going to review today is annotating citations. If you choose to use sources inside the circle, from a database, or from a .edu, .org, or .gov site, you do not have to annotate your citation. However, if you don't use sources from inside the circle, from a database, or a .edu, .org, or .gov site, you do have to annotate your citation. This means you have to fact check and include information from Wikipedia, all sides, and then media bias and fact check. In your citation, there is a spot to annotate. That is where you would list this information to ensure that you are verifying your sources and that they are legitimate sites that you are gathering information from.